Hello everybody and welcome back to Gran Turismo 7! Alright, today, first off, as regards to last video, let's look how my score was, because I actually forgot to show that, but let's show how it is a day later. We did the Daytona and we did some tuning, and this is it. So this is my global ranking. I'm about to show it in a second. Global ranking with the 296 GT3 2023, not the American Racer 2015. 2,547th best in the world. On Daytona Tri-Oval, without buying the paid DLC to get the car to get the 2015 American Racer Mustang. That's the score. Which is pretty good. Honestly, phenomenal score. I'm actually chuffed myself. Really happy with that. But anywho, start off this video. Let's open some of the cars I've got. I always forget what they're called. That is my bad. Yeah, they are. The roulette tickets. Let's work our way up. So 3 to 4 to 5. Ooh, that's an alright car there. Oh, and of course I get the littlest amount of coin. Just my luck. Hopefully that's not the luck of today's video though. Hopefully not. If it is, then I'm going to reshoot this whole video. Okay. Come on, give me something good, give me something good. I mean, that's alright, that's alright. I don't really need coin now. I'll take it for sure, but I don't really need coin at the moment. I'm good. Alright, last one, and then let's do some racing. And of course, it's just coin, bro. Just coin. Ah. I'll take it, I'll take it. So, without further ado, let's get into the video. So today we're going to be doing a little bit of a mix between Sardinia and Daytona. And we're going to see if we can increase my global ranking. So all the American racers, we have got up to 1,000, they're still American racers. And once you get to around 1,613, that's when the car I'm using starts to show up. So we're going to try and get that score. They've got 45 seconds and 800 milliseconds, and I just need to increase that by, I'm bad at maths, forgive me, by a good few hundred milliseconds. So let's try our best today. So again, we are back at the tuning, and these were the settings that got me the score I received. But today we're going to try and slightly improve them in any way we can. So let's get into it. As far as I know, we want to keep this relatively down for the aerodynamics. And as this is a long range track, we want these settings. Because originally they are at, let's see it, initial torque is 20, we want to increase that to, initial torque is 10, but I increase that to 20. So as we can see here, it will hopefully give us the advantage. I'll let you guys pause so you guys can see that. However, these kind of stuff is very difficult to understand. I struggle myself, so if I'm wrong, please let me know. But we're going to slightly increase this here by a good 30. See if it gives us the extra edge. Let's get into it. Just like that, we're going to hop straight into a matchmaking. Normally we'll just do a qualifying, but I just like racing. I love racing. So we're going to test it out in the actual race and see how well we do. For my best lap time, we have got second place. And that's who we have to beat. Mustang 2015 American Racer with 45 seconds and 159 milliseconds. All the cars below me have got similar times up until this point here, where it's 47 seconds. I have a good feeling about this race. I have a good feeling, but we'll have to see. I'll have to see if I can hold my own against everyone. I'm going to switch my TCS down to 0 so I have the extra boost when I'm starting. As you see, it's just a straight line track. I should be able to just floor the accelerator as long as my wheel is straight. There we go. It did not start straight, but it's okay because it was just a tiny little curve, so it wouldn't have affected. So I wouldn't have spun out. And as you can see already, this American Racer is definitely 100% tuned. I can tell because of the way my already tuned car is my already tuned car is slower than his. So the only way I'm going to win this race is if I follow my best time lap line, and if at any point I am starting to slow, I stay in their slipstream. By staying in the slipstream, I will gain a boost, and then towards the end of lap 9, at least maybe for all of lap 9 or half lap 9, depending on how well the slipstream is working. Like as of right now, I'd want to do it coming into this final corner, maybe even earlier, as you guys have just seen. It's getting away, but it's okay, so I can just get back in his slipstream. I do, however, think that this car should be nerfed, because it is, in all honesty, unfair. It is unfair. There you go. That guy behind me has just bumped into me while I was going straight, which is good, because the guy behind me knows that that just me or just him alone would never be able to beat this car in front of us, the Mustang 2015 American Racer. So by him getting into my slipstream and bumping me, it gives me the extra boost, which also gives him the extra boost because he can remain in my slipstream, which will allow us to beat this car here in front of us. And that's why Daytona is so dangerous. One wrong move and you lose it all. Even if someone bumps into you, you've lost it. You have to be really, really careful. So, just for a little example, if you look at the top right, you'll see where I was, P1 and P2, between Zep57 and Adam. Adam will struggle because he has got, I'm going to assume he has the car same as me, same tuning, same setup, same everything. He will struggle to win against the American Racer unless he stays in their slipstream. And because I've completely lost my position, I won't be able to bump into him, which will allow him to gain that extra, which will allow me and him to gain that extra boost. So this race is now lost. I have now just entered into the next race. For now, I am doing a qualifying time trial until matchmaking starts so we can test out the tunings I've added to the vehicle. It was at 360, but I did just decrease it a little bit to 340. And originally, when I tuned in last video, it was at 330. So I went from 330 to 340 now. 340. And we're going to see if the extra 10 allows me to beat my record. Trying my best to recreate my line from last video. So I found, or at least I found in this vehicle, that instead of following a line, you gain a little bit of extra speed if you just follow the inside of the track. There we go, as long as I don't go off track again in this next lap, it will count. I'm on the straight now. So okay progress so far. The second lap that doesn't count. I've got 679 milliseconds, which is which is around 200, 300 something milliseconds slower than my record. So I'm doing the right thing so far at least. apologise for the cut. I just wanted to turn off that music because it's a bit annoying. I just wanted to focus on the sound of the car as well as constantly hearing out to see if there's any wheel spin. So I turned it off, but I must have just turned on. Accidentally got out, but it's okay. Just gonna race to the start just so that I can. Oh no, I think. Well, I might as well just do the whole thing again. There we go. Yeah, I tried to just get to the start quicker just so that I could get rid of the red time, but it wouldn't let me. So let's try this again. That's okay because first lap there's no speed, so that's fine. You never have any speed first lap. Can't 100% tell, but I think I am gaining on my past time. Yeah, I was because I'm going a little bit faster. There we go, I am gaining. So far, nothing. Going a little bit faster, so my past time gets a boost right there. Yeah, my past time seems to have gotten a boost mid-straight. Not 100% sure why, but we'll try and recreate that now. I've gone off. Should be able to do a few more laps. Although as of right now, I am starting to believe that the original 330 race transmission is the best. And with that, I can pretty confidently say that the racing transmission is best at 330. Here it is. Racing transmission top speed 330. Well, this would be for fully customizable manual. I'm not sure. But I just like to stay safe and use the fully customizable racing because it gives you more performance points. So once again, with the 330, let's do some racing. I will see you in a little bit. And here we are, the beginning of the race around Daytona. Once again, we have the same person leading. I am P2. Once again, we have TCS on 0, and we have quite a random start from the person who's leading. But I expect they will very quickly catch her, as they have the better car. And I get immediately bumped and slammed into the barrier. However, I don't think the race is lost because I am not too far behind, and everyone in last places in the last places would definitely not have in a car. Definitely not. Hence why I'm catching up done so quick. And it's a very dirty race because everyone's spinning out. So I need to be very mindful of people I'm passing. They will definitely slam into me. As you can see here with the Porsche, P1 I think is still obtainable. However, it will take some manoeuvring to get to it. Thankfully, I'm in a position where since all of the places from where I am to P2 is all somewhat in a line and close together, so I can use all of their slipstreams to hopefully slingshot past them and get close to P1. There's P4 trying to ram into me. I believe it was P4 the last time. So if he gets close, then I'll be ready for him. There we go. Because I was ghosted there, that gave me the chance to manoeuvre on out of the cars on my either side. so I could get out of that situation. The car behind me now is that same car that rammed into me earlier. I'm going to switch here to have a better view of what he's doing. Unfortunately, because of the person behind me that was whacking everyone off of the track, no one other than anyone who has the Power Pack DLC with the American Racer will not be able to win this race because people aren't working together. So as of this moment, as far as I'm concerned, because of Zep P1 has the Power Pack, as of this moment, as far as I'm concerned, the person in P2 is actually P1 and I'm P2. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to safely bump them so they get the extra bit of speed through this lap and lap 8 and lap 9. And then for the final lap, I'm going to come up close to them. Seems to be letting me through. Final lap, I'm going to come up close again in their slipstream and slingshot past them. Because if I keep on overtaking like this, we're going to be pretty evenly matched, and when I overtake, he's going to overtake. When he overtakes, I'm going to overtake, and it's just going to be a 50-50 of who's going to win. But if I wait for the perfect timing to overtake, then I should be safe. The worst thing that could happen is ghosting, like what has happened now, where I would, in essence, lose all my slipstream, and they would likely beat me because they have a consistent speed, and like what has happened now. Okay, we're on the final lap, so now I am going to want to do an overtake. So I'm going to go wide, I'm going to cut in, use momentum from the hill and the slipstream. Fortunately, he caught me, so I lost all of that and he gained it, but because of the slipstream, I am still gaining. So again, go wide. I might have lost this because I bumped into the barrier, but again, because P1 had a pay to win car, the person in front of me is first and I'm second. That's all I'm counting. Everyone here is using cars which they either own or went in, and that's just a cheap car. So I would love to look there at P2's tuning. I would love to look at their tuning, see how different it is to mine. There we go. Third place. We're going to do another race on Sardenga. Entry period starts in 3 minutes. So until then, I'm going to select my car. Again, going to use the NSX GR.3, Group 3. And my global ranking for this is 41,459. With a timing of 1 minute, 45 seconds and 205 milliseconds. Time to beat is ideally 1 minute, 40 seconds and 102 milliseconds. I don't think I'll be able to beat this, but I can try. Okay, the entry period is now open. So I'm going to check in with the NSX Group 3. Once again, in black. And do qualifying time trials until the time of the race. Here we go. Just giving myself a little bit of a warm up on this track. Alright. So, coming up into this corner, you want to stay tight, then accelerate at the apex. That right there is where I believe the apex to be. Follow the waistline best as you can until the point it is not optimal. And again, as always with some of these tracks, where it's the braking line, where it tells you to brake, sometimes, like, best example I can think of is the Nürburgring Nordschleife, and sometimes it's best to brake late rather than braking where it tells you to. And for other tracks, sometimes it's best to brake earlier than where it tells you to, even if it's harsh braking or medium braking, light braking. Sometimes it's better to just brake a little bit later or a little bit earlier. So coming into first corner, you want to brake quite late. So I did just mess that one up, but it's okay. That's fine. Okay, second corner, you want to brake where it tells you to. Then you can get the inside line, steer up onto the furthest point, brake, and then turn in once again with the inside line. Third corner, you want to brake wide, take the inside line as best as you can, accelerate at the apex. Even for these really, I don't know what the words are. even for these kind of corners here, where it's not a tight corner, it's just a really long, slow corner. You want to stay as tight as you can, because you won't lose barely any miles an hour, even if you go tight. If you go wide, then you will probably lose more than you would if you went tight for the long, slow corners. I'm going to brake in the middle. As you guys just saw there, I braked later than they told me to, and I ended up having a better lap time, well, a better current lap time than my previous lap. And there we go. Flying past. Keep as tight as you can. Gonna turn up early, stay tight. And I braked just as I went over that 100 sign. And I braked exactly where it told me to there, and then I accelerated out of that corner, same as just now, getting as close as I can to the barrier. By getting as close as you can to barriers, you're using as much use of the track as you can, so you can gain the extra, whether it be 1 to 5 miles per hour, the extra distance travelled over, the extra distance travelled on the road. Then you have more time to gain extra that little bit of extra speed. The argument is, for the shorter distance you travel, the faster you travel. But the other argument is, the further you travel, the more speed you travel, the more time you have to gain the extra speed. So you want to find the sweet spot between the two. However, there's a lot of variables behind that, because that depends on what you were doing the last corner. So as of right now, here's a pretty good example. So right now I am coming in quite slow, because I messed up on the last corner compared to my previous self. Give me... this is a good one here. So for turn 1, it's a massive U-turn. Because this is a large straight, I can best demonstrate it. So here, accelerate a little bit. Okay, so because I went quite slow, I want to take the inside line, tightest line I can, and for the long straights I want to go wide, and then once I've built enough speed back up, I want to go back to going as tight as I can. Then while I still am going the shortest distance, I can still gain the speed I need to catch up. while still travelling the shortest distances, but for turns like these where they're relatively wide and slow, you still want to go tight, but when exiting them, you want to go wide. But however, this does of course depend on the corners that are coming up after that corner. So like this one here, you want to go tight. That was a fast corner there. Let me try and find a better example. Like this one right here, you go going wide at the apex, going tight, then again come out wide, and you see the racing line, how it goes from wide to wide again, because both of those turns are going in the opposite directions. That's how you get that little bit of extra speed. There we go. Matchmaking won't be too much longer. Just going to see if I can improve my current lap time so I can get an extra position or two to start off with. There we go, that was a close one. I almost hit the barrier, but I just had to quickly adjust. Thankfully, I wasn't slow. Could have maybe been a bit faster, but I was able to accelerate out, so it was a whole lot cleaner. That corner there, I shouldn't have had my foot on the accelerator until a bit later. That interfered with the turning when exiting the corner. I am coming up on my current record now. I am 300 milliseconds out. Hopefully this lap I should beat it, even if it's just by a little bit. There we go, as of right now, I am doing good. I am ahead of schedule. I'm going to stay quite tight but still going smooth so I don't lose the miles per hour I have gained. Come on, come on. Alright, that is my best lap. Whether I'll be able to I've lost the words, that was really good. Whether I'll be able to get better than that, I do not know. I do not know. But that is a really good lap. As you guys just saw there, I was going faster than my new lap time now with the Ghost. When I was just exiting that first zigzag of the corner. However, that is good. It didn't set me up quite wide for the second corner exit. So the best thing to do with corners like that, with this track in Sardenga and Le Mans, right at the coming up to the finish line, it's best to just find a sweet spot. You don't want to go too fast into it, but you definitely don't want to go too slow into it. You just want to find a sweet spot that gives you enough time and enough angle to turn in so you can get the exit right. As you can see, I am now P3, and I don't think I've been P3 in this race before, let alone on the podium. So if anything, that's telling me that I am within potentially the top. I was at the top 40,000, 41,000 I should say, and now I could possibly be in the top 35, but we'll have to see. We'll have a look after this race. I'm switching to TCS 0 so I can get that extra boost, start this off while being in P2 slipstream. I'm going to switch back, hop onto radar, focus on the race at hand. Did mess that corner up a little bit, but that's okay. I'm still less than a second away, so I can still get in their slipstream. They went quite wide for that corner, so in the next lap I'm going to do the same, see how well it increases my chances of winning. They unghosted right when they were in front of me. I hate it when no Gran Turismo does that. Hate it. D Sterling, P3. They are quite an aggressive racer, so I'm going to have to be cautious when overtaking. As well as the person behind me. So I'm going to have to be really cautious. And I am pretty sure they did just nudge into me like they just did. Again, they bumped into me, which caused me to lose the line. And when I was braking, but it's all good. If I stay in their slipstream, I should easily be able to catch up when coming on to the next straight. They should get a penalty for that. They are. It's not my race. It is not my race. There we go. Pass. Then go right. That definitely deserves a penalty. 100%. I'm only zoom into them. If they don't get a penalty, then I'm gonna have to change lobby. I'm gonna have to change lobby if they're not getting a penalty. That's outrageous. Okay, so that was Sardenga, race B. So let's have a look at the rankings. Okay, so I went from 41st, 41,000th best in the world, and now from that one lap I did in time qualifiers, I went from 41st thousandth best in the world to 24th. So 24,230th best in the world, which is a phenomenal difference. Phenomenal. But with that, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and hopefully soon, I don't know exactly when, but hopefully soon they change up the daily races. And as always, guys, hope you're having an amazing day. Hope you enjoyed watching. And if you enjoyed, please like the video, please subscribe. I'll be doing daily videos for the foreseeable future. Thank you for watching.